Hey guys, welcome back to Confirmant on our YouTube channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for commenting, and subscribing to the channel if you guys have. And thank you to all my channel members. You guys are absolutely amazing. Appreciate every single one of you. Well, let's get ourselves into the crypto price chart. Yes, that was a little weird for me to say it like that, but yes, let's get ourselves into it. See how the market did for the day, because it was absolutely insane. As we can see here, we are on CoinMarketCap looking at the overall crypto market. We're up 2.33%. I imagine that's because the day has maybe already closed. I'm not sure, but I know it was pretty high because Bitcoin was up, look at that, 4.53 over the past 24 hours. Yeah, it looks like the numbers must have just closed, but we were up quite a bit of percentage with a lot of our coins today. I know I'd have to look at that on TradingView, but nonetheless, Bitcoin back, it actually hit around that 19,175 mark, but as you can see, we're right here in our fib levels. This is what we're looking at. You can see here, hit our full extension up there to the 19,000 mark and came back down. Looks like we're coming back down to that 18,621 level. But if we do lose that, we'll be coming down to around the 17,995 region right here for support, as you can see. And that also lines up here with the 2618 target on the short term. But we had just getting the 20-day and 50-day cross through. So, price appreciation holding up here would look like it'd be more likely, because now things are starting to turn around, and these moving averages will start moving up in this direction and eventually clip through here and turn bullish. But I would not be surprised if we saw all this taken out in one single swoop move, because this is our last moving average we have, which is sitting here around $21,000. So we have this large area of confluence right here, which is right here, and that would actually break us out of our target. Actually, can get rid of this for you guys, and to get us back above our initial fall, which is right here at around 21,433. It'll be a whopping candle when that comes. That's going to be how much of a percentage? If doing it in one swoop, be 5, so it'd be like 7 to 10%. It looks like that could be coming. If we're going to go off of that, you could do something more so like this. Grab upper trend lines, go across. I need to move this over a little bit because it's getting in the way. It could be like from the top to here, across the top. You can see that we're just hitting that resistance at the moment. So you have 4 right here, you have 2 right there, and now these 2 across. So you can see that that's going to be a resistance that we can get through. So you could pull this along right here, along the bottom, like that. And then we could actually take from the initial top right here that it had smacked at, which would be right about here. And you can actually see that price target move to the top side, which would be around there on that 22.5, actually breaking itself up and actually getting around that 2618 region. So it would be kind of interesting to see, but you can see that price move would be yielding around like a $2,500 to $3,000 move that could be happening within the next 30 to 40 days, just getting ourselves back up in that region. I have been seeing a lot of people on Twitter talking about in the next 100 days seeing a $25,000 to $30,000 Bitcoin. As you can see, that is the full target of this move. I know if we were to go from the top here, we could really see, let's see how that is, right from the top there to the bottom there, getting rejected there at the 618. It looks like that move would be around 21,000. Yeah, so if it were to break through the 702 at 19.6, we'd be seeing around 21,312. But that full move is 25,000. Wow, okay. Well, you can still see that move coming out to that date around late February into March, which is around the same time some other projects are releasing, such as like Vulcan blockchain. That would make sense. That would be kind of interesting, because we have been talking about this move in the Bitcoin price chart since we were in here last year. We were talking about in late October and into this fall here in November. We were talking about a large move because we were going into this kind of weird apex. In this confluenced region right here, and we were talking about the large move down when we were talking about that, this large move down to the downside, and we were like, oh boy, that's coming. and then it fell down, and then we had the top line here, and across, rather, it was right across here, and we knew it was coming down, around that mid-January point. So nice to see that it broke a little bit early, because the latest point was looking around the end of January, but broke a little earlier, so that's nice to see. Regardless of that fact, we see how AVAX did. AVAX still staying in there, just retesting the bottom right here, right, and exactly what we had thought, holding itself on that 100-day moving average. Get ourselves under the 2-hour, and just really touching back on that 786. Looks like it's holding itself for some sort of continuation on the upside. We gotta remove this chart here. I can zoom in a little bit more for you, and we can kind of get an idea what that next move will be within the next couple days or tomorrow. So you can see, looks like by the end of the day, Friday, you could have a little move. Looks like either you'll be coming back down to that 618 for a retest, it looks like, yes indeedy, or you're going to want to get your break through the 786 up here to around $16. But since there's an overarching trend line here, it may be a wick above it and then a retest back down to that 786. We just need to see how Bitcoin plays out as well, because that is definitely helping some confluence to the market, and as well as that it's it's still overbought on the 2-hour and the 4. So let's just see how Flare's doing. Flare's going more sideways, so that's good to see, because we were thinking more so we would have some sort of move to the downside if it wound up breaking through that. But let's see. So now we do have more of a stable price action to go off of, a sideways ascending here, and technically we could do this off the top. If we were to go off the tops of each, so right here, and we can adjust it to be in the same pitch, just like that. And you can see that we move around to the Friday or some sort of move, which may be tomorrow, but I would maybe not go off of that high of a price. I would probably go off more of myself, something more of a small one like this that has about 5 or 6 what would you call that, retests. So it looks like possibility again down there around that 4 cents, or getting itself back up to the 618 around 4.8. So all depends on how the day opens tomorrow. But I don't know if you guys know about the CPI, but the CPI came in a lot better than what we had expected. So better CPI equals a better sentiment. As you can see here, I am pulling up here. You can see that we're sitting at about 6.5 right now. So that is better than the previous where we were in November. Let's see, we were previously sitting, so we came in, so sorry, I read that completely wrong. So December came in at 6.5, November was 7.1, so we dropped 0.6%. Look, we marked our high there around like 9%. So you see we're in a rapid decline. We are, we haven't been this low since oh my goodness, even right here. So technically it would be right here about October 2021. So we're actually getting really close to it. So it's been over a year and a half since we've had as low as this. So it's funnily enough, that was when Bitcoin was around that $69,000 region, was when this data was around 6.5%. So that's something interesting to note nonetheless. So get ourselves back into the chart here. Anything else we're looking at? Oh, let's see how DXY is doing. DXY, ooh, finally got the move down in the 2-hour candle, getting itself back through that 236, and it is now falling to the 101 region. This is like the perfect time, because the DXY is in complete reversal. We already knew that it was, but it is actually, it's just in total free fall, like for months and months of grinding, and then the complete fallout of it. Nice to see, because this is something you want to see in conjunction. And I believe even Ethereum getting itself out, wow, right back up to that trend line. We were thinking right here, wow, right, because we were talking about that yesterday. We were like in sort of like a channel from top to top, but look at that, the confluenced area yesterday getting itself right back above that 1348, and now coming back for a retest, looks like on that 20-day moving average. Absolutely. And it looks like it's getting a little bit rejected from that little high, but wow, Looks like a possible retracement down to at least a 50-day moving average, and then we can see how it plays from there. But if it does lose that, you're looking around that 1278 region. That even there, everything has turned sort of bullish here on the 2-hour chart. I wonder what the 4-hour looks like. This is probably even more interesting. Yeah, just come back for that 20-day moving average as support, and then it'll be it's pretty oversold, 72% on the RSI. So I'd be more intrigued to see it come back to at least this 50-day, but at most it does have that 100-day sitting there at the 1. So in this kind of region, you'd expect it to at least come back to 1348 to find some home and then maybe grind sideways. But you can see that Ethereum has broken out. It has gotten itself back above the target that it set back in November 8th of last year, and as you can see, it only held itself up there for about a couple days, and this was a troubled confluenced region right here. Look at this. So basically it was from late September. You got our little breakout for about 2 weeks, and then our resuming back. So realistically, Ethereum's not clear out of here until it gets to this full target of the 1650. So something definitely interesting for us to look forward to, and for us to really hone in on for the future. Looks like we're looking at the next 60 days of something kind of happening with everything, getting ourselves back into the swing of things, and really setting ourselves back up for some sort of continuation. But regardless, guys, I hope you guys are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Definitely none of this is financial advice. Never has. It's just my understanding and interpretations of the charts and what's going on, and kind of what my thoughts are, and just giving you guys some of the news that I had seen going around. But have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.